Hi everyone, I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen, and tonight we have a special reshoot of Sloppy Joes because it's Rick's birthday and my old video is really weird and ugly now and I had a Dora the Explorer hairdo. So let's go see how these all come together. We're going to go over all the ingredients and then we're going to move over to the stove and brown off our meat, and then we're going to build our Sloppy Joes. Today is Rick's birthday and Rick gets Sloppy Joes on his birthday. This video is a reshoot of my original Sloppy Joe video recipe that went up in February of 2011. That video is not high definition, and when YouTube made their transition to a different kind of platform, they messed up all of the old videos so they look all distorted. So I'm trying to change them out one by one, and today is the day to do the Sloppy Joes. Not to mention I had a Dora the Explorer haircut that is kind of comical. So we're having, today I have 3 pounds of ground chuck, and this is the Zacon ground beef. You saw me process that. Very nice ground beef. So we're just gonna brown this off and then we're gonna add to it. This is an unusual ingredient, but we love it. This is 8 ounces of cremini mushroom, and you don't have to put the mushrooms in it if you don't like them, no biggie, but we really love the mushrooms in ours. Plus it stretches it, it gives it a really lovely texture. We're also going to add 1 large sweet onion. This actually ends up being about 2 cups. About a cup of chopped or diced celery, and this is about 2 large ribs, and 1 bell pepper, just a plain green bell pepper. This sauce is built with 2 cups of regular ketchup, 1 10-ounce can of tomatoes and green chilies, otherwise known as Ro-Tel, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, a 1/2 cup of prepared yellow mustard, and then our spices. We have 2 tablespoons of sweet paprika, a teaspoon each of onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and cracked black pepper. I also have a healthy tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. So we're gonna head on over to the stove and we're gonna brown off the ground beef. Once I get that done, I'll bring you back and I'll show you the rest of the process. All right, we're back and our meat has browned. Now you know your meat is gonna be browned the right way when it's sizzling, not simmering. And I like to say that because the meat has a lot of water that's gonna cook out of it. You want all of that to evaporate before you move on. Otherwise, the sauce that you're getting ready to build is gonna be watery and you don't want that. So you see how down on the bottom here, there's only a little bit of fat. There's very little fat in here. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you to use 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. And I went ahead and I put that in there. You see there's no moisture down in the bottom of this pan except for the fat. This was 80-20 ground beef, and you can see how lean this is. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have not drained it. I just let all of the liquid evaporate, and all that's left behind is a little bit of fat that's going to add a ton of flavor to your Sloppy Joes. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add all of our veggies. So there goes our onion. Normally I would add the garlic after the onion, but since all of this other stuff is going to go in there too, I'm not going to worry about it too much. There's our mushrooms and our celery and our bell pepper. We're gonna go ahead and let this cook for about 10 minutes. Get it stirred up really well. I may even put a lid on this so that I can just get everything sweat down and the mushrooms will release some of their moisture. And if you get a piece, look, I got that big container of mushrooms. I just ran my hand through them and I broke them up. You can chop them up if you want, but I just ran my finger and scrunched them up, because they're going to get cooked anyway, so it doesn't matter if they're perfect. We're not making a duxelle here or anything. It doesn't have to be perfect according to le cordon bleu. I'm going to get the lid and I'm going to pop it on here, and we're going to cook this off for about 10 minutes. I'll bring you back when we'll build our sauce. All right, our veggies have sweat down, and you can see they've cooked down quite a bit, but we don't have any like water puddling in the bottom of the pan, just a little bit of moisture, but that's okay. We don't want too much down there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in all of our spices and give it a good stir, and it's going to start smelling really, really good. Our brown sugar. tomatoes and green chilies, in with our Worcestershire, mustard, and in with our ketchup. And then we stir. Stir it really well and make sure that there's no streaks of mustard or ketchup, or that everything looks really well incorporated and the color is even. But you see, it looks like Sloppy Joe's now. Now I'm going to give it a taste before we simmer it, just to make sure that we've got all of our seasonings right. Because if it needs a little more of one thing or another, we can add it now.
That's it.
That's perfect. That ground beef is really good. We're going to go ahead and turn this down to medium, 5 on my dial. I'm going to put the lid on, but I'm going to crook it like that. I'm going to clean up my mess. We're going to let this simmer for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to build us some Sloppy Joes. There you go. We made you a Sloppy Joe sandwich, and we got French fries on the side, and we're ready to have our supper. So this is about as celebratory as it gets in our house, because this is Rick's favorite meal. He asks for it every year for his birthday. I am guilty of not making Sloppy Joes hardly ever in our house, and usually he gets them on his birthday.
It's the only time I get them.
Because the rest of us really don't care for them a whole lot. But I will say, I do like my homemade ones, but if we make them too much, then they're not special, right, honey?
Okay. Yes.
So there you go. That's the spin we're gonna take. We've already tasted it and it's absolutely delicious. And if you like Sloppy Joes, then I really hope that you give this one a try. Making them from scratch doesn't take any more work than opening up that can of sauce. And you know exactly what went into it, and I guarantee most of you already have what you need in your refrigerator, because the sauce is made out of condiments. Who doesn't have ketchup and mustard in their fridge? Even college kids have that in their fridge. Maybe you don't have Worcestershire sauce, but if you don't, that's no big deal. Just leave it out. If you like the mushrooms, leave them in. If you don't, leave them out. The onions and the celery are kind of necessary, and I think that you're just gonna love this. So I certainly do hope that you will give this a try. I hope that you liked today's video. I want to thank you for joining me today to watch me make my Sloppy Joes for Rick's birthday dinner. I hope that if you like this, you will consider giving me a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hit that subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, please hit the bell button, which is a notification button, and every time we upload a video, YouTube will send you a notification indicating that we have done so, because we don't want you to miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our channel and straight from our kitchen. So I hope you give this Sloppy Joe recipe a try, whether it's for your birthday or any other occasion, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.